Hi everyone and welcome to Sparkles, the place where we prove crafting is messy by, well, making a mess. It's Monday night here actually. It's Labor Day today, which is a holiday in my country. Oh, these look very similar. So, we had today off work. Now, Labor Day is the one long weekend that never ever feels like a long weekend. After Labor Day, the kids go back to school. My work schedule actually changes, and I add an extra hour to my shifts. Traffic on the road goes nuts. It's the whole 9 yards. It's like the end of summer. It's like today literally feels like the last day of summer. And, so, but Labor Day always feels like a lot of work because it's like you literally have the weekend off to get ready for school and fall and, put a bunch of the summer things away. It never really feels like a holiday. Like the rest of the holidays they're either for family celebration or for going to the cottage or they feel like breaks. But Labor Day is the different one. Now, I don't know about you, but I had a productive Labor Day weekend. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep good tonight. But this weekend, I managed to preserve a batch of zucchini relish. I managed to preserve a bunch of peaches, so I've got all my canned peaches done for the year. I managed to make some peach syrup, so the only thing I have left to do is peach jam out of the peaches, and that's just because I ran out of time today. So that'll get done tomorrow. Jam I can do actually pretty quick. So yeah, that feels nice. The cabinets are finally starting to look full and proper for the year. So that feels satisfying. And I'm working on refinishing my daughter's rocking horse. That's a paint and wood job, so I've got that out in a garage space that I have available to myself. It's not my garage, but I'm able to use it, which was good because it did end up raining for a bit this weekend. How about you? What did you get up to this weekend? I wanted to say thank you for the kind comment. I'm gonna play with my camera angles and see if I can get anything better. I know that for diamond painting, typically the camera angle is a little closer so you can focus on the actual work. But I mean, as you can see on this diamond painting, I haven't touched it since last week. I've been way more focused on paper crafting, and then all this weekend was preserving, so I just haven't had a time to get to it. Now, this project isn't, I don't need it till Christmas morning. This is a gift for someone. It's going to be a picture of wolves. I can't remember if I told you that. But, yeah. So, what are you crafting on tonight? How are you winding down in the last couple of hours before school resumes, if you're in a place like mine where school resumes tomorrow or maybe the next day? Or are you already back in school? I know the US goes back a lot sooner than we do. Was this a long weekend for you guys? It was for us. I'm curious. I'd like to hear. Crafting wise, obviously got quite a bit done this week. The Christmas tags are coming right along. I've got some ideas for some more paper pumpkin stuff, and I'm excited because it's getting close to time for the next paper pumpkin to come out. So I really need to finish up with this kit. Not that I have a lot left. I got the stuff. I want to make a puzzle for my daughter's birthday, so I'm going to start working on that one. So I got some wood to do that with. Now, see, here's the one problem. I like a bunch of different crafts. I like to knit, I like to sew, I like home food preservation. I mean, if I could have lived out on the prairie, I probably would have with Laura Ingalls Wilder or like Anne of Green Gables kind of thing. Actually, probably I would have been more like Anne of Green Gables. I totally would have gotten someone accidentally drunk by stealing the stuff from the cabinet. That would have been something I would have done by accident. Whereas Laura at least tended to get more things right than wrong. If there's a disaster to be found, you can guarantee that I will somehow or other wander my way into it. But yeah, that's the problem, is I'm so fired up about so many crafts that it's like crafting ADHD. I have 10,000 on the go, and I can't finish them all because I keep running out of time in the day. I don't know about you, but there's always a to-do list. Like, I don't think I'd ever have enough time to get done everything that I ever want to master and do and make and complete in my entire life. What about you? Are you into a lot of crafts, or do you just stay in one arena? And if you're into a lot of crafts, what are they? But like I said, it's a long weekend Monday. It's coming up close to 9. I am tired. It's long hours when you're trying to preserve food, I find. But it's fun. My daughter was right in there with me for hours at a time helping. When we were peeling the peaches, turns out that at 2 she can skin a peach. Now, she can get all the skin off the peaches. They're not, they were a little rough looking, but I was very, very proud of her because she got all the skin off the peaches, which is harder than it would seem. And she stood there skinning peaches with me for probably about 90 minutes. And even after that, she stayed while I cut them all up. She put them all into the bowls and stuff for me. Like, she was right in there working with me for close to 3 hours before she finally decided to go wander off and play. So I was very proud of her. She is definitely learning some very traditional skills very young. I hope that if there's one thing I can pass on to her, it's the ability to do it herself. Whether that be to make homemade relish or pickles, or can your own peaches, or take on something like a big diamond painting to make art for the walls, or making her own Christmas gifts, or tackling the plumbing, whatever interests her. I want her to know that you don't have to outsource it. If you want to roll up your sleeves and tackle it, it's definitely learnable. And there's a lot of pride that I get in doing things myself. So, I know that, I've done the math. The peaches that I canned all said and done, probably dollar for dollar almost on the price of buying it pre-canned. But mine taste a lot better. I can't tell you that they're healthier because at the store I could buy them packed in water and they would have no extra sugar added. Mine obviously have sugar added. But there's something special about the taste of a home canned peach, especially considering the peaches that I'm able to buy come from the Niagara region, which is one of those areas that's just well known for stone fruit. Um, Niagara in Georgia, right? Um, just they're delicious out of there, and they're freestone, which makes them easier to can. Um, so do I know that what I make is not necessarily healthier? Absolutely. There's definitely more sugar in some of the stuff that I make, but we treat it like the work it took to make. Um, when you're opening up a can of homemade peaches, you remember standing around for hours peeling peaches and standing over the water bath canner, making sure there's enough water to cover your peaches and everything. So you remember the work. Sure, you don't sit down and eat a whole can. You eat a little bit, and you savor it. Um, because those things are pretty precious. Whereas with store-bought peaches, you're just kind of like, I'm just gonna keep eating until I run out or am full. Um, so I don't know. I enjoy the work of preservation and doing it myself and putting in the time to make it mine. So on this Labor Day weekend, I bid you a wonderful weekend, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Have a good night.